All right, Richard, I guess I had a big meeting yesterday discussing
Sure.
the weather, and that involves city and county officials?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's watching it, right? So county's very much involved. We're in discussion with them. In fact, when we open up our emergency operations center tomorrow, kind of to monitor stuff and respond in real time, we're going to have county representative up there. So certainly regionally working closely together to make sure that we're prepared for the winter weather that's coming this weekend.
Yeah, and then also, I guess you're opening at least one warming center, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the plan is to have the Longview Exhibit Center, which is a part of the Longview Convention Complex, open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. And that's going to be a place for people to get warm. If they don't have power, a place for people to charge their devices, and restrooms open. Not a lot of other amenities. Basically, it's just bare minimum to get people a place to warm back up if they need it during the day. And then a lot of our nonprofit organizations like Highway 80, like Salvation Army, are operating 24/7 throughout. So there's appropriate places for people to go in those evening hours that are better situated for providing lodging long-term for residents who might need it during this time.
I got you. So does the exhibit center have a generator?
Yeah, that's part of the reason we're doing it there. It is generator powered, so even if the ice that we're expecting causes some power outages throughout the community, we know that we can maintain power there. Again, provide heat, provide charging, and provide restrooms for any residents who need it.
So has there been any talk of opening any other places, or is it just pretty much that?
No, not right now, but I'll say our entire posture to weather events like this is to monitor and respond and to adjust. Weather is fluid, and so we understand that the needs of the community might change. If it's just some ice on the road, that's a very different picture than if power's going out across the community. And so we're going to be actively monitoring all weekend. We're going to be responding as needed. And part of what that might mean is that what we're providing for the community needs to change. And if we do, we'll of course let residents know as soon as we make those adjustments.
All right. And speaking of adjustments, you are adjusting the schedule of sanitation?
Absolutely. So the expectation is that the weather won't really get above freezing until late Monday and then into Tuesday. And so it's unlikely that our sanitation trucks will be able to navigate those roadways starting on Monday. So the plan is to shift everything one day for our trash and recycling services. So for example, if you're a Monday customer normally who does trash on Monday and recycling on Tuesday, it'll shift to trash on Tuesday, recycling on Wednesday, and just play that forward for whatever your day is. But so everything right now is planning to be shifted one day. Also, city offices for non-critical personnel will be closed on Monday, again, to limit the number of people who are going out. So, these are your recreation centers, your animal care and adoption center, or even here at City Hall. Staff, if possible, will be working remotely to maintain city operations from their homes, but we're asking non-critical employees, not our public safety, not our 911 operators, not our public works crews, but some of those frontline office staff to go ahead and stay home and work remotely if they can.
Okay, all right. So are there any other adjustments you guys are making? I mean, I guess the water department is still gonna have to work.
Public works crews will be out. We're staffing up both for police and for fire and for public works. We're gonna have public works crews available 24/7. So that includes people who will help clean the roads if trees are on them, but that also includes, water and drainage folks who may have to go out. I even heard that our parks folks who do beautification and who, normally on the trails cutting down trees are on standby to help out the streets crews if they need them, if we need to clean up. So it's a whole city response, which is a really neat thing. We have more than 150 public safety personnel across police and fire that are ready to go this weekend as needed to respond. One thing I didn't mention, the compost site is not usually open on Monday. It'll be closed on Saturday, but it's expected to be open on Monday because we know that one thing we anticipate seeing with ice is limbs and other debris from the storm. And so we know that people will want a place to take that. And so even though offices will be closed, we're currently planning on opening the compost site to provide a place for all of that debris to go that we anticipate we will see over the weekend.
So you just I guess everybody's on standby, those who would be out in the streets.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we're actively monitoring and we'll respond throughout the weekend. I will say there is a web map that we will have available both on the city's website and that will be shared on our social media channels that is updated in real time based on if roads are opened or closed in weather events like this. So we're going to do everything we can to help residents know if there are places that are closed because they're too slippery or they're just kind of impassable because of the weather. But the big request is if you don't have to go anywhere, please don't. Our emergency crews are going to have to respond to emergencies as they arise. Don't make yourself an emergency because your non-four-wheel vehicle tries to drive on an inch of ice. Use judgment, hunker down with your family. I think it was said yesterday, catch up on your favorite binge of your favorite season as long as you still have power, right? If you're in a safe place and everything is good, check on your friends and loved ones. But really, in Longview, couple days, it's going to get back above freezing. We're going to have the roads melt and we'll get on with our lives. But if people can avoid getting out on the road, it would be a huge benefit for the city and for their safety.
All right. Thanks a lot, Richard.
You're welcome.
Well, as they say in commercials sometimes, but wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. That's right, because we were talking offline and we realized, I should have said that. Yeah, I mean, sometimes with these winter weather events, pipes bursting or causing issues is a real concern. So we do have an emergency line for water or sewer emergencies, and that's the best line if people have problems of that nature to call, 903-236-3030. If you call just like the normal utility billing services department, may or may not get as immediate response as you do if you call that emergency number. As soon as that phone rings, we know what it's about and we can get service to you. So that's the right number. And then if you see something like a tree in a roadway, if you see a power line down, obviously 911 calling emergency is a great response. You can also call our Public Works department at 903-237-1240 is a great number to call. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say you can find out all this information and more as we continue to update it at longviewtexas.gov/winterweather, or just on the homepage of longviewtexas.gov. All of this information is shared there so that people can stay updated throughout the event.
Okay, so I guess like if suddenly your water stops, you know that your pipes are probably frozen, and so the city would send someone out to shut the water off.
Yes, right? Yeah, or if you have a pipe burst, Lord forbid, right, and water's rushing into your house and you need your water turned off at the meter, you certainly can call that emergency line at 3030 and the city will be able to respond.
All right, thanks a lot, Richard.
Thank you.